Afternoon, good evening, hello, hello. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Today, we're going to do a group energy healing. I'm going to do a group energy healing for 130 people in 11 different countries. And there's going to be lots of really good overall healing and repair and unblocking, of course, at the start, and then in grounding work. And then we're going to move on to the theme. Well, we're going to sprinkle the theme even in the first part. But anyway, then we're going to focus on the theme, which is inner peace and harmony. Feel more content in your daily life. So more inner peace, more harmony, more inner harmony. So, yay. It's a nice theme. Thank you very much for your surveys. I studied them as usual, and they helped me figure out what to do today. Thank you for my confirmations. Hello, hello. So we have some locations too. People are watching from cool and cloudy Toronto, Canada. I know Toronto's in Canada, but CA also in the States, that means California. So I was like, Toronto, California. Alrighty. Hey, Janet. Greetings from Chicago. Hello, hello. So, and I do have a good sense of what we're going to do in the healing. You know, beyond the essential, the 4 essentials we always do. So I will preview that briefly in this intro discussion part that I'm doing. I'm going to try. You'll be my guinea pigs, of course. I'm going to try to show some graphics on the screen, like just an image of some meridians on the screen during the live stream. So we'll see if the whole live stream crashes or gets too slow or something, or if it works. We'll find out together. Technically it should work, but let's see. The meridians that I wanted, the image for the meridians is the ones right here in the front of your gut. There are some really good, interesting ones that I feel like I want to work on, and you know, may as well show an image of what I'm working on of those meridians. Another hello from Chicago. Hello. This is not a color I would normally wear in the live stream. In the past, it like messes up the camera, but I think because it's summer, it's so bright out, there's so much light in the room that, I mean, in addition to the lighting that I have, that this dark green hoodie doesn't mess with the camera. So this is my house hoodie that I wear around the house, so I don't save it for a live stream. So as you can see, it's nice and dirty. But as I was testing, I thought, oh, that is a nice color, and it's not messing up my camera. So how about that? Maybe I'll get a hoodie like this that's clean and keep it clean for the live streams. Because usually the hoodies you see me wear are I only wear them for the live streams pretty much. Keep them not looking disgusting. So I have a very active life, feeding pets and washing dishes and doing things and eating that can mess up a hoodie. All right, enough about my hoodies, I suppose. So how how about another trivial thing? The tea that I'll be drinking today is Gen Matcha green tea, but we have spiked it a little bit with some nutgrass rhizome. It's just these little pieces, these hard little pieces that I added to it. But I only steeped them for 3 minutes, so because that green tea only took 3 minutes, so it's a very slight essence of nutgrass, which is supposed to reduce stress and open your chakras. But I don't even know what open your chakras means, but it does seem to have a bit of a awakening effect. Maybe it unblocks chakras, but you're supposed to use it in moderation. In moderation, so I only used a teeny bit. And later I'll probably use a teeny bit again. Alrighty. So, on to discussing what we will do, that I figured out, well, because the angels told me, and also because I was reading the surveys and reading people's energy. So, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to clear out problem astral levels. I noticed that I first noticed it when I was reading the survey of someone who has sleeping trouble. But then I was noticing it with other people that may not have trouble sleeping, but it just burdens them and stresses them. So problem astral levels, I'll explain it more when we get to it, but it's easy. Should be, should make you feel like sort of like a weight lifted off your shoulders type idea, and may help sleep as well. The next thing is clear self-punishment angel agreements. I have a 3-video set from a while back, like years ago, a couple years ago, on self-punishment angel agreements. It's like basically you decided that you needed to be punished. You didn't deserve to be happy for some reason in some lifetime, and rather than let you get all wrapped up in really negative invasive beings, your angels offer like, okay, well, we could weigh you down for as long as you feel like you need to suffer. And that way, you know, if it's self-punishment angels doing the weighing you down part, then they're angels. So they're going to clear the agreement whenever you're ready to clear it. As opposed to invasive beings, you get into an agreement with them and, you know, they're going to try to manipulate you so that you never end the agreement. Because they're invasive beings and not angels. So anyway, so we're going to clear self-punishment angel agreements. And probably other self-punishment beings that are not angels, in case you made any of those types of agreements too. So like invasive beings that you have agreements with as part of a self-punishing thing. Why would you do self-punishing? You know, maybe I was looking at one sample person and their survey, and it was because in a past life they were a dad and they weren't as attentive to this one of their sons who had a lot of emotional troubles, and the son ended up you know, having a very short life. And so the father, you know, at that point realized, wow, you know, I should have been much more attentive and given him sort of custom nurturing treatment that he clearly needed. And so that father was so overcome with guilt. I mean, father at the time, now she's female, but that he got these self-punishment angels and made an agreement to, you know, that he didn't deserve to be happy. So it's stuff like that, you know, heavy, terrible stuff. But, you know, most of the time you've already suffered enough. Like, even, I mean, your angels don't want you to suffer. There are times when karma, you know, for karma, you know, you suffer, but other times it's, you know, generally an angel preference that you, in English, there's an expression, pay it forward. Like you're nice to others, you're kind to others, you know, generous, whatever. And that's how you can pay off bad karma versus suffering and burdening yourself, which, you know, doesn't really do anything for you or others. I mean, you may learn through the suffering, but it's, you know, kind of hard. Whereas if you're just nice and extra kind to others, that helps others as well, and it helps you work off your bad karma. So, you know, whatever, long story short, we're going to clear self-punishment, angel agreements, and also any invasive beings that you're using for self-punishment. We're going to clear DEBs. DEBs, deep energy blocks. Those are the ones that you've shoved in back and they're like super repressed. We did those in a set in the last month or two. Cleared DEBs. We'll do like an abbreviated form. In that set, we cleared them layer by layer by layer back there. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to pick out the ones that, you know, have to do with perpetuating victimhood or grudges or fear or feeling unlovable or, you know, rejection issues or communications issues. Just with the ones that came up most in the surveys. We may do deep thought healing technique if we have time. If not, it might get bumped to Tuesday. We'll see. But that's on the maybe list, is the deep thought. Because what got put on a definite list then was some meridian work around the tummy area. There are a bunch of meridians there. I could try to show them now, I guess. We'll see how that goes. Let me know. I'll keep talking, so let me know if you hear like you know, problems with the audio, if it's very choppy or just, you know, in the text chat, let me know. So I'm going to switch to it right now. This is a drawing. This is it's not my image. I didn't create this image. I just screen captured it from one of those Meridian videos that I have in a playlist. But anyway, so it's a guy. So for women, you can imagine a little less hair right there for yourself. But anyway, all these meridians. This is the front of the body. This one in the center right here, that's CV meridian that we do all the time. The CV meridian, CV conception vessel meridian that goes up the midline of the front. And then this one is, I gotta get my cheat sheet. So I always forget the names of them. That one is the kidney meridian. That one also goes up. Here it's shown by an orange line. Can you let me know if you can still see all this and like text chat a little so I can see that this is working? Because right now I'm not getting any feedback from you guys. Let me know. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like I have some people watching. But anyway, that one, those ones, they closely affect the CV meridian. I mean, they affect each other just because they're so close. And see that those are the little acupuncture points, these dots. And so see how they line up. So, I mean, they really can affect each other a lot. So that's the kidney meridian that also goes up. But it's like two branches. Someone says I can see in here clearly. I can see you in the image. Distracted by the hair, LOL. Yeah, it's a lot of hair. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, it's unfortunate. Traditional Chinese medicine, maybe it's just, you know, sexist, but or maybe they think that it's too inappropriate to show a naked female body. That could be, you know, and they feel like showing a male naked body is less taboo. I have no idea what their deal is, but yeah, I don't think I'd be able to find an image this awesomely detailed that was female. And I don't have the skills to keep all the points and everything and Photoshop out all the stomach hair. So, sorry about that. Okay, good. So it's working. Great. So most of these, so it's these ones. Oh, can you see my cursor? I don't think you can, but let me know if you can see my cursor because I'm pointing to different meridians as I talk and I don't think you can see that. But anyway, so the center one, that's the CV, and then the one that's shown as orange, there is the kidney meridian, the two branches, and then the one that's shown as green a little further out from the center, that's the stomach meridian, the two branches of the stomach meridian. And that's the stomach meridian, that's the one that goes downward. All the other ones go upward. The ones shown here as, you know, that center one, the CV, and then the orange, and then the purple, they all go upward, their natural flow. But this green one, it's not really green. If you look at the energy, they're all red. Hopefully, you know, your life force flowing through them would be red. But anyway, the stomach meridian here shown as a green, dark green line going downward, two of them, that's the downward one. And then this purple one shown as purple here is the spleen meridian, which is an important one too for like stomach issues and I think even menstrual stuff. But I didn't, it is just a sort of an angel's telling me, okay, do these meridians, especially like in this whole tummy abdomen area right here, lower abdomen, make sure they're repaired and unblocked, both the meridian and all the little chakras, you know, minor chakras within these basically 4 meridians. The CV, which is the center one, the kidney one, the 2 kidney ones, which are just out from that center, and then the 2 stomach branches just out from that, and then the spleen, the 2 spleen branches, which are shown as purple. So that's something we'll definitely do, and I'll definitely make time for that. Part of, I mean, I knew it was coming up that I was going to do it at this level, but I didn't know which set, you know, I was going to do it at that level, you know, like showing it on the screen and everything, but it seems like this one, in part because of surveys and the issues that people mentioned in their surveys, it seemed like, yeah, it's time. So there's that. Okay, well, good. So I'm glad that didn't crash the live stream. That's always nice. There's a couple other things on the maybe pile, but we'll keep them there, and I won't even bother mentioning them because I think that's probably enough. So I'm going to call that tummy meridians. I'll call it the 4 tummy meridians. Which is kind of ridiculous because they go all over the body, those meridians, you know, but I'm specifically focusing on, you know, from like, it's pretty much like around the 3rd chakra to around the 1st chakra, this whole front, you know, 3rd to 1st, that whole area, those meridians. Like there are 4 meridians that I just described at great length, but they go elsewhere too, but I'm going to make sure they're pretty awesome right here. And I will, with intention and with, you know, like a sort of a rough visualization, do the entire route of each of those 4 meridians. But anyway, okay, good. So part of what I want the effects of this session to be gentle. Some people, because repression is sort of a risky game. You know, everybody represses stuff to some extent or another, and it's not especially healthy, especially the more you do it, you know. I mean, some repression sometimes makes sense because you just can't do everything sometimes when it happens, you know, you can't process it fully when some big thing happens, you know, there might be a little too much to process at that moment. And so, you know, that's sort of the usefulness of repression, is that you save some of it for later. But the problem is, you know, most people save so much for later that they have these big storehouses of repression, of repressed stuff back there, which we're calling Deb's deep energy blocks. She's just showing back there later, you know. And you can only have so much of that, and then it starts to like unrepress at like unexpected times. and a lot of it at once. So it can lead to having sort of meltdowns, emotional meltdowns, mental meltdowns, where you just can't cope, because too much of the stuff that you shove back there is like triggered all at once, and it's like you're having 4 bad days at the same time, you know, because you repressed too much, and then it comes out at times that obviously you don't want it to come out. So we're gonna I have a fun technique to deal with that. I don't know the official word for it, but like in a movie, I saw this show recently, where the bomb defusal team, you know, and they came and there was this bomb that they had to, you know, defuse, and once they got it free, the explosive device, they had this thing already set up, this little like bunch of walls that they could throw the bomb into, so then it could explode within that little chamber that they made, and nobody was hurt, you know, because it was this special tough chamber, you know, to explode the bombs, right? So so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take some of these like meltdown creating DEBs, and we're gonna create like a gold bomb explosion chamber and throw them into the DEB, and throw them into the chamber and seal it up with gold light and just explode it, you know? So it just, and then, you know, it gets dissolved with gold light, so that now it's nothing, you know, rather than like if you leave it there, then at some point it can explode and you have a meltdown. It doesn't explode, it just triggers, you know, all at once, and then you have a meltdown. So we're gonna diffuse some meltdown level DEBs. Some DEBs, you know, just affect you subtly, and they affect you in a negative way, but it's more subtle, and like maybe gives you dread, or gives you, you know, like too much hesitation, or you second guess yourself. You know, DEBs can do that too, but some of these DEBs, they're too interconnected, and so those are the ones that, you know, can trigger all at once and cause a meltdown. So we're gonna meltdown. We're gonna make a bomb, I don't know, chamber out of gold light, you know, that's really tough, and then put your meltdown DEB package into there, and then seal it up and explode it so that it's safe and gets cleared and nobody's harmed. You don't have a meltdown. Because some people, it wasn't a lot of people, but, and it seemed to be, the 2 or 3 that I heard about through surveys were men that this happened to, but they had like little mini meltdowns since the first healing, and it's because they had, like, because we had started to clear some victim energy in the first healing, you know, just regular way with blanket exercise, and for a lot of people that was awesome. But I think, you know, men are socially, you know, in most cultures that I'm aware of, unfortunately, men aren't allowed to be victims. You know, that's like the most unmasculine thing ever, you know. So it's sort of this extra shame. Men are not supposed to have victim energy. They're not supposed to feel like a victim. You know, they're all just supposed to be like these tough heroes, right? So they might be more likely to repress, you know, a lot of that victimization feeling, and then, you know, it can explode all at once and make them feel very crappy. But it can happen to women too, obviously. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. One of the things we're going to do is have these safe bomb explosion chambers. Safe bomb explosion chambers. for your DEBs that are too interconnected. So that was a long explanation, but it's a lot. But that's nice that the Meridian thing doesn't crash the live stream. Here, we'll show it again just for fun. There we go. Here I am, and I'm showing you the, wait, I'm showing you the, nobody tell me if you can see my cursor. Can you tell me no cursor or yes cursor? Because right now I'm pointing my little arrow at like the purple meridian, and then I'm pointing my little arrow at the green meridian, and I'm pointing my little arrow at the orange meridian. But I don't think you can see that, but if you could text chat can see arrow, cannot see arrow, you know, from my cursor moving around, that would be nice. Because someday I want, sorry, someday I want to be able to show my cursor, but then I have to figure out how to do that. Because I don't think it's showing already, but let me know, please. Right now, if you could. Thank you. Oh, somebody said they want, they're a therapist and they want to be able to listen to their clients' troubles and not have them affect them so much, you know, like that they wouldn't feel the stress of their clients. And they already have pretty decent boundaries. I think what is happening is the therapist, my client, her DEBs are like almost getting triggered by what the client is saying. And so you can proactively clear DEBs that, you know, may get triggered in, you know, the next week of seeing therapy clients. You know, proactively clear your DEBs, because I think that's what's happening. It's like you're trying not to get the DEBs to trigger, you know, and you keep shoving them down, and it's a stress. You're like kind of fighting getting triggered. So I hope that makes sense. Someone says no arrow. Someone says it showed the picture, no cursor. Okay, good. So no cursor. I mean, it's not good, but it's informative for me to know that. So then at some point I'll figure out how to show my cursor. Okay, definitely no arrow. Okay, thanks. Thanks, everybody. You're awesome. All right. One person, I don't know that we're going to get to this in the healing. We'll see. We may not. But they said in their survey, excuse me, they said in their survey that when they're talking, they lose their train of thought. And they're like, what was I saying? You know, and that's happening more and more. And I'm looking at that specific person when that happens, and they're popping out. So they were present, they were talking, and then they had a boundary issue, possibly with the person they are speaking with, or possibly just somebody random, you know, like they're talking to a business client, but their mom just jumped into their space on a spirit level and they popped out. So when you pop out, you're going to forget what you were saying. If you were present and, you know, talking, and then all of a sudden something knocks you out of a lot of your chakras, you know, you can forget your train of thought. So that particular person, they needed to repair their telepathic mesh and unblock the back of their fifth layer of their aura. Because fifth layer is really important for communicating, you know, having a lot of your unblocked space there. And then the fifth layer in the front, that's where the telepathic mesh is, this gold, nice mesh, and hers was all ripped up. And so that just makes it more easy for people to cord that telepathic mesh and just send a lot of energy in, or hop into the back of the layer where it's blocked up, and then, you know, you pop out and you forget what you're saying. So we'll see. That's on the maybe list, but I just wanted to mention it here. Okay. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Yeah, let's get going. I'm so excited that that image actually doesn't crash the live stream. Look at that. Look at all that hair. No, it's really cool. So, right where that orange meridian makes a Y shape, I'm pretty sure that's right at the third chakra right there. I can research it to be sure, but I think that's where the third chakra is, right where you see a Y shape for the orange meridian, which is I already forgot. The kidney meridian is the one shown as orange in the diagram. But anyway, enough digressions. Let's get going. Meridians are so cool, though. All right. Okay. So I'm going to be quiet finally for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I will start the healing during that quiet time, and then roughly about 3 minutes from now I'll start talking, and the rest of it is a walkthrough. Like, I'll just say out loud as I'm healing what I'm doing, and you could, if you want, heal yourself as you watch. Okay, so quiet time for like 3 minutes. Thank you for your patience. Okay, thanks for waiting. So go ahead and when you heal yourself, you can make a copy out in front of you of what you're healing, and then use gold light from your hands to heal the copy of your energy system, and therefore you're giving yourself a healing. The benefit of a copy is you can expand it, you can make it smaller, you can spin it around, get different angles that you need. It can be a copy of your whole energy system or just a part of your energy system that you're working on at that time. You make these copies with your intention and your thoughts, so you don't need to see what you're doing. I had read a survey where someone was explaining to me, their energy work that they did, and they were saying that, they don't see well enough and blah, blah, blah. But their work sounded pretty effective, actually, the way they were doing it. Just, they used sticky gold wax a lot because they couldn't see where all the beings were. and you know, they couldn't see their misalignments, so they just worked extra hard at it with intention, which worked. So you know, it's fine. Uh, you know, all this stuff does not require vision, just so you know. Vision comes as you get better, you get more present, then your vision gets better, your intuition gets better, your ability to hear your angels clearly gets better, your ability to feel good more consistently gets better. So sometimes you might feel really centered only 5% of the time, but that's progress, because before you never felt centered. So try to celebrate your victories and don't over focus on what you don't have yet. But anyway, so let's do grounding. Oh, gold light from your hands means hand chakra and fingertip chakras. They have round openings, and you set them with your intention to be like a metallic gold color, like this glitter, so that the energy they're generating naturally as they spin is metallic gold, which is a nice vibration for repairing and unblocking and letting go. And it's fast moving, but not too fast. Like white is too fast, but gold is not. So let's do grounding, finally. So just recreate your grounding, make it big and wide all the way down to the core of the earth, and high up as high as your third chakra, where your sternum bone ends. That's where your third chakra is. So make it go up that high, red or orange or yellow, and nice and wide and flowing downward very fast like a waterfall. And make a copy of your grounding out in front of you, and use the gold light to unblock your grounding more and more and more and more and more, so it's like a stronger, 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 stronger waterfall. A lot of times newbies, they do pretty well in these healings, but sometimes their grounding will block up, you know, as they're releasing so much, which is okay. I mean, it's just sort of a newbie thing. Once you're advanced, your grounding can block up, but it won't block up as often probably. Or if it blocks up, it'll block up in some like subtle way that's still good to clear, of course, but it's not like your whole grounding blocks up, or like the entire half of your grounding back half. It's less frequent that would happen for someone who's advanced. Less frequent meaning like 1 time a day versus 20 times a day it blocks up. So we're unblocking grounding. You just find blocks and surround them with gold light and let them melt. Oh, indie grounding. I was doing it without saying. Indie grounding is where it's grounding related. You check the outer surface of the grounding and you make sure there are no melting. You melt away any branch off parts that are going to other people's grounding. Just you check that outer surface and use gold fire, gold water, whatever, and just melt away any branch off parts. All right, cool. Great job. Let's do aura repair of the 17 auras, all 17 of your auras. They're roughly in the same place if you're pretty present. And so you can just imagine them all out in front of you, all 17. You can comb through them at first, just use lots of gold light. And what we're going to be doing is repairing the rips, because that way you can have your auras be nice and strong and they don't leak energy, which will be much more helpful. Your 17 auras is the physical body aura, the astral body aura, and then 15 Wei Qi auras that help with strong boundaries. And really help with physical functioning as well. Okay, so we use composite copy technique to repair the rips in your aura. So just imagine one rip that represents all the rips in your 17 auras that are healthy and gentle to repair right now, and repair that one rip because it's a composite copy rip, and that will repair all the rips. So you have your one composite copy rip, and go ahead and clean it out with as much gold light as you can. You can use sticky gold wax and have it stick to any invasive beings, invasive people, cords, energy blocks in the way, whatever's in the way, whatever's filling up this rip. Just fill it up with sticky gold wax that sticks to all that and lift it out all at once. Angels, here you go. Give it to your angels. Again, fill up your rip with sticky gold wax so that it sticks to all the junk. Lift all the junk out all at once. Angels, here you go. So now we're just using more gold light now that we cleaned out this rip. Using more gold light so that it can grow back. Fully grow back. And we can make another composite copy rip just to represent any stubborn rips that still are not healed. And so this is your stubborn rips that are still left over. Make one rip representing all of them. And we could do like collapsing gold nets just to, maybe there's junk that didn't get out with the wax. Angels, here you go. Collapsing gold nets, like a big cube of gold netting. Have it collapse in and get all the junk out. Angels, here you go. And then go ahead and let this rip repair. So you're repairing all the stubborn rips that still didn't repair the first time. Okay, so that technically is aura repair, but then we do all the extra stuff to finish it properly or thoroughly. So we're going to melt aura scarring and bruising at the same time. You just make a pile of that. It's just like hard leftover parts, like remnants of having energy thrown at you. Sometimes there's the rip, which we just repaired, but then there's still some hardness left over, either on the outer surface, which is scarring, or in the inner layers of those two regular auras. There could be plates of scarring in several layers, so just lump all that in the same spot. So all your scarring and all your bruising in your aura, and just melt it all with gold light. Take your time. And if you have any leftover scarring and bruising, just say, angels, can you please heal this for me? Melt it away for me. All right, good job. So let's do Seeky Gold Wax through your everything to get rid of hard objects in case you have any that got thrown at you that are still there after all the work we just did. So hard objects, you know, they can look like little spears or wedges that people throw. Very bad karma to throw stuff like that for any reason whatsoever. So I would never recommend it. But people don't all listen to me in the whole world. So it's a common thing. So just imagine your everything, all your 17 auras, your physical body and your astral body are inside there, and both your groundings, physical body and astral body grounding, are there too. And Seeky Gold Wax the whole thing. And that way you're gonna have the wax, the gold wax that you're creating with your hands, have it stick to all the hard objects that are healthy and gentle to get rid of right now. Whether they're hard objects in your meridians or in your minor chakras or in your major chakras or in some aura somewhere or in your grounding. Okay, so we're going to move the wax out with all the hard objects together. Move it all out at the same time. Angels, here you go. And one more time, Seeky Gold Wax your everything. Have it stick to the hard objects that are healthy and gentle to get rid of. And then move the wax and the hard objects out at the same time. Deep breath. Angels, here you go. Deep breath. Breathe into all your major joints. Okay, so now we'll just finish up the repair. Just in case removing the hard objects left any gashes, gaping holes. So you especially want to do gold light around the outer surface of the 17 auras just to make sure that you repair up any rips, any little puncture holes that might leak energy. Okay, good job. So redo your gold buffer zones. Gold buffer zones are big gold force fields that you can create and attach to each of your regular auras. So one for your astral body aura, one for your physical body aura. 2 big gold force fields. That is described and taught in a 18-minute video that will be linked in the comment section. Later within a day there'll be a detailed healing summary with timestamp links, and after aura repair it'll say gold buffer zones, GBZs, and there'll be the video, reference video. Okay, let's do creative ring repair and unblocking. So creative rings are up here, 1, 2, 3. They're 3 gold rings, and they're good. They're important. They help you. They're really close to your 7th chakra, so they make a really big difference in how overwhelmed or focused you feel. If they're messed up, they mess up also your. They're sort of like. Yeah, it's really funny. Like if they're working really well, the flaps are closed, everything's great. They're generating gold light, which is coming down. They really, really help you to feel like you're, a badass, like we said before in that one set. But if they're banged up and corded and the flaps are open and they're just like this, they just sort of allow in a lot of chaos that can, help your life seem upside down and full of drama. So, so yeah, they're important. So make copies out in front of you of your 3 gold creative rings, and repair them with gold light. So how can they get damaged? What do they look like? They can look like they have cracks or entire pieces missing from the gold ring. And there are 3 gold rings sort of stacked on top of each other with space in between each one, of course. And you want to try to use so much gold light and just be patient so that there shouldn't be any murkiness or cloudiness around them. So you use so much gold light that it just sort of clears, that it pixelates and completely clears any cloudiness or any sort of hard energy that's around your gold rings. You don't want any of that. So you can use gold sandstorm. That's it's like when the gold light that comes out of your hands, you just turn it into like little bits of gold that spin, and so it sort of scours things out. Maybe that's your preference. Because when they're unblocked, that's much better, because then your 7th chakra energy that your 7th chakra sends out goes straight up through them without getting gross. And without having to like divert around the ring because it's too blocked. And then 2, you're bringing in nice new stuff that you created on the astral with your angels in your sleep, and that ideally would come right through the creative rings into your 7th chakra and then maybe into lower chakras as well. So that's why you want just nice, clear, just your energy around these rings, not blocked, hard stuff. So we can use sticky gold wax too, not just gold light. Imagine your 2 7th chakras. They're in your head, in the top of your head, round opening in the top and the bottom. So imagine your 2 7th chakras, and then you have your creative rings above that, and just sticky gold wax the whole thing. Around all that, your 7th chakras, both your 7th chakras and the creative rings. And just have the wax stick to anything that's not you, that's good to get rid of, and including cords, and just move all the junk out. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Couple deep breaths. Breathe into everywhere. Breathe into your body, your toes, your ankles, your knees, your hips. Okay, another time, sticky gold wax your creative rings all around them and your 7th chakras. Sticky gold wax the whole thing. And then move the wax to the side with the junk. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Couple deep breaths to recenter. All right, cool. So that was creative ring unblocking, creative ring repair, and also creative ring unblocking. And we use gold sandstorm and also sticky gold wax to unblock. So chakra repair. and unblocking of all your major and minor chakras. Really important to do. And we will also do extra chakra work on the minor chakras in these meridians right here that I was showing in the intro. But first, let's do every chakra at the same time. Repair and unblock. So all your major and minor chakras of your body and your spirit. And there is a standalone 11-minute video that does this that will be linked below later in the comment section. So you make a copy, a composite copy that represents all your major and minor chakras. So have it look like an open cylinder. So this is a cylinder shape, but don't make it white. You can imagine it clear if you want, or whatever, but this is a cylinder shape, and then this is the round opening and the round opening, right? So that's the essential shape of any of these chakras. They'll just be different sizes and different locations and pointed different ways. But anyway, so you have your composite copy of representing all your major and minor chakras, and use a ton of gold light to repair it. And these chakras also include your Kundalini chakra below your first chakra. Make sure that's, that's of course included here. And let's move out the junk, because sometimes a chakra can be it can be damaged, and then it blocks up, and it's so blocked up that you can't repair it because all the junk is in the way of the gold light. So let's lift out the junk that's blocking up these chakras. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Do a little more repair. And let's lift out some more junk that's in the way. Angels, here you go. And do even more repair. Again, this is repairing all your major and minor chakras, including all acupuncture points, including your Kundalini chakra beneath your first chakra. So first chakra, and then Kundalini chakra right beneath it. Lift out any junk in the way. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Of course, melt cords going into these chakras as you work. The only one that I would keep is at the first chakra only with your young child. If you're the parent of a child 13 years or younger, keep that first chakra cord only. But all the other cords you can melt. Again, lift out the junk in the way of the repair. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And then just imagine if there's blocks, like blocking the flow of the going in and out of these round openings. So they would be like stacked up right here or right here. They could also be wrapped around the cylinder part. But let's first do the energy blocks that are blocking up the round openings. Just melt those away with focused gold light. And I keep doing it again and again and again, because your chakra generally will spit out more repressed junk once you clear some of it. And also, as that chakra, more energy flows through it, if there's like a lump of junk, in the energy channel, it might catch up, you know. So it's like it wasn't there, but then it's somewhere in the energy channel, but then it gets to the chakra and it just kind of stacks up right there. And then, you know, the energy blocks wrapped around the cylinder part, go ahead and melt those. All right. So the theme is inner peace and harmony. Feel more content in your everyday life. So you can imagine any energy blocks that are in the way of that, your inner peace and your inner harmony in your daily life. Imagine those energy blocks, lift those out, give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. You can also blow them up if you're healing yourself. So lift out the energy blocks in the way of your peace and harmony. Give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Energy blocks in the way of your peace and harmony, lift those out. Angels, here you go. Couple deep breaths. Breathe into all your major joints. Breathe into your toes, your feet. Breathe into your hands and your fingers. All right, so that was chakra repair and unblocking in general, and also a little bit for the theme. So now we'll do the 4 tummy meridians, which is, you know, I don't want to disrespect, traditional Chinese medicine is just so insanely cool. And, you know, there's a lot, like to become an acupuncturist, which I am not, there's like a 4 in the US at least. I mean, other places have different training programs, but in the US it's 4 years of really, really in-depth, intensive training, and then you have to pass a bunch of tests after that. So it's like you could probably become a lawyer, like, because being a lawyer is like 2 years, and I don't know for a fact, but I imagine it's less intensive and less, I mean, there's a lot of memorizing, but not as much as acupuncture, I would say. But I've gotten a little taste of acupuncture training, and I have not gotten a taste of lawyer training, but at least it's, you know, you could be a lawyer like 2 times over before you could be an acupuncturist. So I have a lot of respect for that stuff. So when I make funny terms like we're doing the tummy meridians, you know, I don't mean to disrespect the massive training that, you know, acupuncturists have, and all that knowledge and complexity. But, you know, I like making things fun and easy, so it's just what I'm going to do. So tummy meridians, let's look at them again. First, we got our close-up. So see, this is where you see the Y stuff at the top. That's the 3rd chakra, where it comes from the stick part, and then it becomes a Y. That's the 3rd chakra right there, I'm pretty sure. And so we're going to do all those 4 meridians that are shown here. I mean, there are other meridians on the sides that we won't do, but that center one up the midline, that's our CV meridian that we do all the time. CV, conception vessel meridian. And then we'll do the orange one that looks like a Y shape here. We'll do that one. But we're basically doing just the straightaway part. So what I'm showing right now, the top of that's around the 3rd chakra, and then all the way down to the bottom of the orange shown here, that's around just below the 1st chakra right there. So anyway, we're going to do that route, and then I will repair what's not shown as well, like the rest of that meridian, but I'm most focused on when it's around the tummy. So anyway, there's the center one, the CV, the orange shown as orange, which is the kidney meridian, the 2 branches of that. What's shown as green is the stomach meridian, and what's shown as purple here is the spleen meridian. And the natural flow is upward for all of these except for the stomach meridian branches, which here are shown as a dark green. So the dark green is downward flow, but all the others, the other CV, kidney, and spleen are upward. So anyway, that's like a little crash course. Basically, you can just imagine these 4 meridians with their branches, and unblock, repair, and you'll be fine. And the little points are actually little chakras. So like all those little dots, those are little chakras that fit, the minor chakras that like fit in the meridian. And so the energy goes in, you know, and out. And so these meridians are easy because they go straight up and down. But, you know, other meridians, you know, do like all these zigzag shapes. So the meridian would, the chakra would follow the zigzag shape, you know, because the point of the chakra is it's like a little motor that keeps the flow going. So anyway, okay, long story short, that was explaining. Now we'll be doing I'll leave the image up, I guess, while I'm doing it. The tummy meridians, we'll do those. So CV is where the zipper is for my hoodie. Actually, how convenient. So as you count out, the center one is up, the 2 branches, which is the kidney one, is up, and then the stomach one is downward, and then the spleen one is up. But if you forget the directions, it doesn't really matter because you just need to repair the motors, and the motors know which way the flow should be. So you just make sure all the motors, Abel, you good. You just make sure all the motors are not crushed. You know, they should be like cylinders, not like crumpled up. So nothing crumpled, nothing dashed, nothing leaking. So that's what you do. You don't really have to know the direction of the flow. So again, you want these little motors. They're shown like dots on the diagram. The diagram. You want all the little dots, which are actually cylinder-shaped little motors. You know, little acupressure points or minor chakras. You want those to not be crushed. So they need lots of gold light so they can uncrush. And if you're a newbie and you're doing this, it's probably totally working what you're doing, but you may not feel the difference consciously. But that's just because you're not quite present enough to feel it, but it's still helping. Okay, we'll be good. And so they go, let me know if you can see this image moving. I think you can. Like I'm moving the whole image, I'm shifting it. So let me know, can you see the image moving? But like around the thigh and, you know, that area of the inner thigh, there's a lot of action right there with all those cool little motors. So you don't want any of those to be crushed. No crushed motors, right? So go ahead and uncrush all your motors. And your intention is you do the work to the extent that is healthy and gentle to do right now. And take your time. Because you may find like, oh, this one's a little too tight, too compressed, too congested. Yeah, but maybe it's been that way for the last 15 years of your life, you know? So give yourself like 2 minutes to, to, you know, really gently work on it, you know, because you want to hit that healthy, gentle thing. You don't want to create any drama for yourself. So just be gentle. Be gradual. I mean, you can use lots of gold light, but just have the intention be like no drama. Like melt the energy blocks. Don't just like scoot them further along the meridian somewhere. Melt the chunks. If there are any chunks, you know, just melt them with your gold light. Because you want the energy flowing in these meridians to be free of chunks, right? You want them to just be, so just melt your chunks. Uncrush your motors, melt your chunks. And again, the one that's shown dark green moving downward, the 2 branches moving downward, dark green, that's the stomach meridian. That's the only one that's moving downward. So you could just use gold fire and melt your chunks to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now. All right, and another nice and gentle thing. So that was repairing and unblocking those tummy meridians for about 10 minutes. So then now let's do flower healing for your tummy meridians. Because flower healing is nice and gentle and cute and nurturing, and so that's good. Right? So go ahead and make energy healing flowers, whatever healing energy these 4 meridians need, right? The CV meridian, well, the CV meridian, the kidney meridian, the stomach meridian, and the spleen meridian. That goes that way, goes up and then that way. So make your energy healing flowers, whatever energy healing that those meridians need. And just have your angels check your flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? And give them to your tummy meridians. Okay, again, any energy healing flowers that your tummy meridians need, have your angels check the flowers. And give them to your tummy meridians. All right, and let's make energy healing flowers for each of these 4 tummy meridians. Even though there's like a set of 2, it's considered, you know, the same meridian. It's just 2 branches, so that's why I call them 4, even though it's 1 and then 2 lines and 2 lines and 2 lines, right? But anyway, let's do flower healing for each individual meridian too of those 4. So let's do CV meridian, whatever energy healing flowers you need for your CV meridian, as many as you need. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? And go ahead and give it to right in the midline, right where the hoodie zipper is for you. More CV Meridian flowers. Angels, check my flowers. Give them to your CV Meridian, which actually the CV one keeps going straight up. It's real easy. It goes to the tip of your tongue. Okay, and then that one that looks like two orange lines, your kidney meridian, really, really close to that CV. Make a bunch of energy healing flowers for your kidney meridians. Bunch of kidney meridian flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? Give them to your kidney meridians. More energy healing flowers for your kidney meridians. Angels, can you check my flowers? Give them to your kidney meridians. And energy healing flowers, healthy and gentle, of course. Energy healing flowers for your stomach meridians. Go ahead and make a whole bunch of them. Angels, can you check my flowers? And give these flowers to your stomach meridians. They'll just go where they need. You don't have to worry to know like precisely where it is. And then your spleen meridians, which are spleen meridian, I guess, the two branches that's shown as purple in the diagram. So make energy healing flowers for your spleen meridian, as many as you need. Angels, can you check my flowers? And give them to your spleen meridian. More spleen meridian flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? All right, cool. Fun with meridians, huh? Let's say that's enough of that for now. So that was flower healing for your tummy meridians. First we did all of them together, and then we did one at a time. Just so the GV meridian doesn't feel left out, because the GV meridian is the complement to the CV meridian. So GV meridian is the one that goes up the midline of the back and hooks around the head and ends in the roof of the mouth. And that one manages all the yang meridians, whereas your CV manages all the yin meridians, so they complement each other. So make energy healing flowers for your GV meridian, the one that goes up the back and around your head. Make energy healing flowers, whatever your GV meridian needs. Make a whole bunch of flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? Give them to your GV meridian. More energy healing flowers for your GV meridian. Give them to your GV meridian. That was nice. I think I am going to repair. Now I'll do, we don't have an image of the GV meridian. Right now, but it goes up the midline of the back and hooks around the top of the head and goes in the roof of the mouth. So you just can imagine it like as, you know, like the side view, how it goes straight up and then hooks around. Just imagine that and repair the tube itself, the meridian. So it's a nice red tube without slashes, and repair the chakras within it, you know, as they go up and around. Make sure none of them are crushed. Just repair any that are crushed, unblock them all, and melt away the chunks of energy blocks within them. Don't just shove the chunks along, melt the chunks away. So you can burn the chunks up with gold fire. And then CV, GV, you know, just kind of do both at once. So the CV, the midline up the front, and then the GV hooking around. You want them to be both equally as strong, so they balance each other out. All right, so that was just a little quick 2-minute GV meridian repair and unblocking. Both the meridian itself, the tube, and the little chakras within it, all those minor chakras, or acupuncture points. And then we balanced CV and GV. Just for a minute. Okay, less than a minute, actually. Let's do another thing I said we would do, which should be interesting. This is one reason why I really want, I would like survey responses from people. I'll get enough, but you know, if you generally don't write surveys, consider starting. Just take a minute. You know, you could skip like the last survey of a set if you're in the mood to skip surveys, you know, and you don't like writing surveys. Just do like, you know, do the one for this healing, but you can skip the one for the final healing if you really hate surveys. So we're going to clear problem astral levels. So what are they? It's just like the astral exists. It's sort of away. Away is the astral. Here in the physical plane, that's here and now. But you go to the astral when you're asleep. Your spirit goes to the astral. But it's sort of like in the real world where there are, you know, like you could go to a party where everyone's arguing and it's a really negative place. You could go to a place that, like, you know, just makes you feel kind of depressed. It's like very, you know, it's got just crappy energy in it. So that's the same thing with the astral. You can go somewhere that's inspiring and beautiful, and you know, you can have a great meditation, or you could go to some place that just reminds you of everything you don't like about your life and makes you feel like crap. So there are different astral locations, and that's why you bring your angels with you when you sleep. You go with your angels and you let them guide you. You know, so if they say, hey, even though your coworker invited you to this astral party on a spirit level, that astral party has so much negativity, you shouldn't go. And then you don't go. You go instead to some beautiful, calming, happy place with your angels instead, right? So, but what I was noticing is that many people have at least one sort of dumping ground where they put their problems or things they're embarrassed about, things they're ashamed of, things they're avoiding, and they figure they'll work on someday. And so I'm calling those problem astral levels. And it's just like, you know how like people in maybe the physical plane, they might have a storage unit where they just put stuff that they, you know, like when they broke up with somebody, they put all their belongings in the storage unit, and then later, you know, it's sort of all that junk reminds them of that relationship. So it's like they're just parking this baggage and they're not dealing with it, right? So that's what these astral levels are. They're just like, it's just garbage you didn't deal with. And what we're going to do is melt them away. So you don't have to deal with it, really. I mean, it just gets melted away. And so it won't weigh you down anymore. It won't mess with your sleep anymore. So you can just imagine them like little areas. Like here you are, right? So stay here, don't go there. But it's like a little, you know, like a little dollhouse with different floors and different locations. And so there's this one area, you know, that is your problem astral level. And then there's another problem astral level. And then, you know, maybe you have like 5 of them. You know, 5 was sort of, you know, a lot for what I saw. Some people had 3, some people had just 1. You know, like some people had a couple astral levels for like their old marriage, you know, or like this job, or, you know, family baggage. They had an problem astral level for that, or, you know, whatever. But just imagine your different problem astral levels and just say, angels, can you help me melt these away? And then, you know, your angels love that because because it's like, this is just stuff that is holding you back. So you can just kind of firebomb the whole thing. Just have your angels help you. So you're not going there, you're doing it from afar. You're just using a copy and you melt away these problem astral levels. Sometimes people can get writer's block because they have these problem astral levels. Like that, it just sticks your mind, you know, in this place that's just not creative, it's not anything good. So imagine your problem astral level, stay here, wiggle your toes. You are not going there. The point is you shouldn't keep going there. You shouldn't even have it. So just imagine these problem astral levels and just say, angels, help me do this. And make them, just completely destroy them, melt them away. Because they're like your own private junkyards. All right, so stay here. You can redo your grounding, red, orange, or yellow, nice big wide grounding all the way down to the core of the earth. And unblock your grounding. So the people that I noticed that filled out surveys that I was like, oh, they have problem astral levels. Most people melted them all, but there's some leftovers. So just imagine if you have any stubborn leftover problem astral levels and just melt those. Just say, angels, help me do this. And melt. You can, if there's somebody else in it, just kick them out. Lots of gold light, because this keeps them stuck too if someone's in your problem astral level. So just wash anybody out from there and then melt the astral level away. It's like just a little location on an astral level. All right, good job. Woohoo! So that was clearing away problem astral levels with, of course, lots of angel help. All right. So now, Stebs and Debs. Stebs and Debs and the safe bomb exploding chamber for your meltdown interconnected Debs. I explained that in the intro, but that very vocal beagle, he's right there. I'm not going to say his name because he wants attention. That's why he's doing that. He's fine. He's eaten. He hasn't had too much water, so he's not even thirsty. But, you know, he's just... My dogs are really spoiled, you know? They're used to, like, going outside all the time with me, and they're used to so much attention. So this is, like, really weird for them that I'm actually not focused on them. So, okay. So first let's get Stebs out of the way. So Stebs are stubborn triggered energy blocks that are already in the front of your aura or in the top of your 7th layer. So they're energy blocks that are triggered. They're probably affecting your consciousness a lot more. So just make a pile of those out in front of you, of copies of all your Stebs. And then bring up red earth energy, soak your Stebs in red earth energy. That can help you start to separate from them. And then melt any cords going into your Stebs with gold light. And then go ahead and melt your Stebs. That was nice. Let's do another batch of stubs just in case. So any triggered energy blocks that are in front, they're stubborn because people are coordinating them, so they haven't cleared yet, even though we've been doing such a fabulous healing. So they're up here or up there. So just make a pile of all copies of your stubs and then bring up red earth energy, soak them in the red earth energy, and use gold light to melt cords that are going into them from you or from anybody. Melt the cords and then melt your stubs. You could blow them up if you're just healing yourself, but you can melt them with gold light too. Keep breathing. All right. You have any left over? Say, angels, help me clear these. All right. So that was just stubs, right? So then now let's do DEBs. So DEBs are deep energy blocks that you buried back in the back of your auras somewhere, and you kind of shoved them down a little extra so that, because you're repressing them. And the problem with that is it still affects you. It's still there. You're just pretending it's not there. So that's not helpful. We're going to in general do any DEBs, but then I'm going to specifically mention certain DEBs to help you to make sure to clear those to the extent that's healthy and gentle. That's important with this deep stuff because, like, you know, I mean, you have a busy life probably, and so you need to be high functioning, I would think, you know, today, tomorrow, the next day, etc. So we want to have finesse and do what is healthy and gentle. Some, you know, we want to do the amount that is, and in a way that is helpful for you, that keeps you at your best functioning level, right? So just pile out in front of you a bunch of DEBs from the back of your aura. They look the same as triggered energy blocks in the front, but, well, maybe they look grosser and messier. I don't know. But just pile your DEBs out in front of you that are good to clear right now, just in general, whatever comes to your thought process, you know, whatever you want. Just with your intention, you either move them out in front of you or just put copies of them out in front of you, same difference. And then red earth energy, soak up your DEBs with red earth energy. You say, angels, is it okay for me to clear all these? So they'll make any adjustments if you took too many. And then lots of gold light. Gold fire, gold water, whatever you want, and just melt away all this junk, the energy blocks, all the junk with it, any cords, melt all of it. These are DEBs from the back of your aura. We're just melting them away so that you don't have to deal with it anymore. So maybe a little stretch, little. So that was just in general clearing DEBs. So now let's do specific DEBs that I'll suggest, and you can add DEBs, of course, that you want that to help your specific sort of favorite issues that you like working on. But of course, any DEBs that are healthy and gentle, I don't want to keep saying it, but that's your intention for this whole thing, right? So put copies out in front of you of any DEBs in the way of your inner peace and harmony, of course, your daily inner peace and harmony. Any DEBs in the way of you, any DEBs that might make you feel victim-y. Or feel like a failure. Okay, so that's a lot for one, right? So you have your victim DEBs, you have your failure DEBs, and just in general DEBs, right? So bring up red earth energy. Just say, angels, is it okay to clear all these? And they'll make any changes, right? And then melt cords and melt these DEBs. So you have your victim DEBs, your failure DEBs, and then just in general, any DEBs you want to add in there. Like maybe love life is, you know, one of your pet issues that you're working on, so you can put love life DEBs in there too. And just melt them away. All right. Then let's do some more. So how about fear DEBs? Right, so victim and failure DEBs we already did. So let's do fear DEBs, and yeah, we'll do those all by themselves. So any like things that make you worry, make you just like overly hesitant, afraid of making a mistake, afraid of anything, right? So any DEBs that are good to clear right now. So put copies of all your fear DEBs out in front of you that are good to clear right now. Angels, can you double check this? And then bring up red earth energy, soak your fear DEBs, right? And then use lots of gold light, melt away cords, melt away these fear DEBs. All right, good job. All right, so then we're gonna do DEBs. We're gonna clear DEBs to the extent that's healthy and gentle that might cause grudges, like grudges, resentment that you're not getting over, might make you feel unlovable, might make you feel rejected, or you know, like not comfortable being by yourself, you know, like lonely, or like a restless loneliness. So that's generally, you would associate that with an imbalance or a block with the fourth chakra. So a lot of those DEBs that we're about to clear are in the back of your fourth layer, but we're not gonna, you know, say only fourth layer blocks right now. We'll just say those things, you know, any DEBs that are good to clear right now that cause grudges, that cause you to feel unlovable, cause you to have rejection issues or loneliness issues, right? So all those DEBs, all that yuck, right? Relationship DEBs, right? All that kind of stuff. Grudges, unlovable, rejection, lonely, relationship baggage DEBs. Okay, angels, is it okay to clear all these? That way they don't make any adjustments. And then just bring up red earth energy from the core of the earth. Soak them all. Lots of gold light. Melt away cords going into them. So now we're going to do a little flower healing for your fourth chakra just to encourage you a little more, and then we'll do that same bunch again, that same thematic bunch again. So we'll do energy healing flowers for your fourth chakra, whatever you need for self-love, self-worth, motivation, happy thoughts, right? So your happy thought flowers, fourth chakra flowers, make as many as you need. Universal healing energy. Angels, can you check my flowers? Have your angels check them and then give them to your fourth chakra. Nice deep breath. Okay, more energy healing flowers for your fourth chakra. All right, as many as you need. Angels, can you check my flowers? So you can't mess it up. Your angels are fixing them. And then give them to yourself. Deep breath. Okay, good job. So now we're going to redo that that theme group that we just did. So more DEBs. We're going to clear more DEBs that might, deep energy blocks shoved back there, just to the extent that's healthy and gentle. But put out in front of you copies of any DEBs that might cause you to have grudges, might cause you to feel unlovable, might cause you to feel rejection or loneliness, or any relationship baggage left over, just all those DEBs. Just pile all those out in front of you and just say, angels, is it okay to clear all these? And these could be from past lives too, so don't be like, oh, I don't have that issue. Just do it. And then just bring up red earth energy, soak all those DEBs in red earth energy. And then lots of gold light, melt away cords going into these DEBs. And then melt them away. You can say, angels, help me do this. Do you have any left over? Or just say, angels, help me clear these. The camera's freaking out. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, and then the last section of DEBs that I wanted to do is for communications. Because a lot of people mention different communication issues, like one person, a couple people said like their own communications, like they second guess themselves, or they, they're not sure whether they should say something or not say something, or like they're hesitant to kind of stick up for themselves and say no when they know they should say no. So any communication related DEBs that are good to clear right now, so energy blocks that you've shoved back in there that are affecting your communications, just make piles, copies of those out in front of you, your communications related DEBs, and just say, angels, is it okay to clear these? And then bring up red earth energy and gold light, melt the cords going into them. These are communication DEBs that you're melting away. And if you have any left over, just say, angels, help me clear these. Okay, good job, good job, good job. So now, we'll do clearing self-punishment angel agreements. We'll do probably like the quickest ever version of it. I'll make sure there's linked below that 3-video set for self-punishment. All the level of detail you ever want would be in that 3-video set, but this is a quick version, which is fine, works well enough. So again, as I said in the intro, it's just from some past life, generally, sometimes this life, where you did something that you felt so awful about, that you felt like you didn't deserve to be happy, you should be punished. And so you didn't just wait for karma to do it, you actually felt you should do it. And so you, sometimes people, which is not angel recommended, but sometimes people just invite bad spirits, invasive spirits, to mess with them because they feel they deserve it. But ideally, if you really are still stuck that you feel like you should be punished, rather than you should just do good deeds to make up for it, which is the angel preference, that you just do good works, and that makes up for the negative things that you've done. But you know, if you don't want to do that, which is the angel preference, the angels can punish you for you if you wish, with self-punishment angels, and they weigh you down, kind of like, you know, they put these big shackles on you or something, or put you in it looks like a jail cell or something, and it holds you back from having fun, makes you feel like you don't deserve to have fun. But they're angels, so they will let you out of this self-punishment agreement whenever you're ready, you know, which is why it's better to do it with angels. If you're really that stuck and you want to punish yourself, you know, just get angels to punish you. But, you know, like I said, the most evolved thing to do is just to do good works, and that makes up for your negative deeds, and helps others as well. But anyway, so let's clear, let's get the angel ones out of the way first, because that's easier, because like I said, the angels are happy to let you out of these self-punishment agreements, because you're not helping anybody by suffering. And, you know, if perchance there's some reason why the agreement should continue, you know, that's fine. You know, it won't clear, so you don't have to worry. So you can just stack up your self-punishment angel agreements that you have right now that would be really good to clear. You know, so you can imagine them like pieces of paper or scrolls of paper or rocks or bricks or, you know, twigs, whatever you like imagining the agreement as. It's a self-punishment agreement from the past at some point, with self-punishment angels, and you just imagine the agreements and use gold light and melt them away. And just keep breathing. And you can just say bye to the self-punishment angels, because they might be waving, you know, bye. So just be like, bye, thank you, bye. You know, and self-punishment angels, like I said, they're happy to let you out of the agreement and go away. Because they're angels, they're respectful. So bye, bye. All right, so that part's easy, right? The other part's easy enough too. So you may have done a less evolved thing and gotten yourself punished with invasive spirits instead, that are manipulative, and they're trying to get you to not clear those agreements, of course. But, you know, whatever, you can still clear them. So you can imagine any sort of unhealthy self-punishment agreements that you have with invasive beings, and imagine them the same way, just, you know, a bunch of pieces of paper or scrolls of paper or rocks or bricks, and just melt the agreements. And again, these are self-punishment agreements that you have with invasive beings, and just melt them away. Melt away the agreements, and then we'll have the angels recycle the beings. So then you can go ahead and, you know, because these beings are not angels, so they don't really want to go away. So you can just imagine, you know, like, maybe a bunch of spinny clouds or whatever, you know, or like a bunch of, you know, big, you know, things trying to scare you or whatever. Just imagine whatever the beings are that were the self-punishment invasive beings, and just, you know, make like a little gold pen for them, you know, gold fence for them. Imagine them all in the gold fenced area. And just say, angels, can you recycle all these beings? You know, can you recycle any invasive beings that are punishing me? And just keep breathing, stay here. Again, in case you were distracted, I'll say it again. Just imagine any invasive beings that were punishing you, and just say, angels, can you recycle any invasive beings that are punishing me? And just keep breathing. Good job. So that was, first we cleared the self-punishment angel agreements and then say goodbye to the self-punishment angels. And then we cleared the self-punishment agreements with invasive beings. And then we had the angels recycle those invasive beings. All right, good job. So the next thing that was on the last thing that was on my definite list that I definitely wanted to do, we'll do right now, which is making your safe bomb exploding chamber. I explained it in the intro, but it's like you can have DEBs, you know, deep energy blocks that you've repressed, that are interconnected, and they're connected to like a whole bunch of other DEBs. And so the problem with that is then maybe at some point they get triggered and there's all this baggage that gets triggered all at once and you have kind of a meltdown, you know, like a really bad morning or a really bad week or a really bad month or whatever, you know. And it's because too many DEBs got triggered. So the thing is, it's pretty predictable, actually, you know. I mean, from a psychic perspective, you know, if like 10 DEBs are interconnected, you're at some point you're gonna get in trouble with that. You know. At some point you're gonna have a really bad day. You know. So if we make our safe, you know, bomb exploding chamber, you know, it's all gold and super reinforced and reinforced by the angels, then we can throw that big lump of, you know, interconnected DEBs in there and explode it on purpose, you know, and just completely destroy them. And that way it saves you having to, you know, on some surprise day and time, have a meltdown, which, you know, that's good. Less drama, right? So first we're gonna make our chamber, our safe bomb exploding chamber, right? Just like in the movies. So make, you know, this big gold reinforced chamber, and, you know, with walls everywhere, and say, angels, can you reinforce this, you know, so it's really strong. Angels, can you make this really strong and really safe, right? And fun, you know, you want to have it be fun, like give yourself a little viewing window so you can see what happens, you know. Or a big viewing window. And then but it's all safe and reinforced, so you can be able to blow up your DEBs and not feel triggered or anything, right? Okay, so now you're gonna take like a meltdown package, you know, from back there, or copies of a meltdown package, you know, of a bunch of DEBs that are too interconnected, and it's just going to get you in trouble sooner or later, right? So a bomb, let's just call it a bomb, right? A bomb of interconnected DEBs, right? Too many interconnected DEBs, they're all connected, it's too many, it's too risky to keep it, and just put it in your bomb exploding chamber, right? Seal it up, say, angels, make sure this is sealed for me, right? And then you can explode it yourself, boom, and just it explodes in your chamber, right? But it's all contained and safe, right? And then just, you know, the gold sprinklers or fire comes on and completely breaks it down in there. So it's a whole bunch of DEBs that are getting cleared all at once, but you're not feeling it because it's in the safe bomb exploding chamber. Okay, and so now it's all fine. There's nothing there anymore. It's all totally incinerated and destroyed. So you can say, angels, can you check it? Make sure it's all exploded. All right, so let's do a couple more of those. So just take another bomb package, you know, a bunch of interconnected DEBs that are going to get you in trouble sooner or later. Get you in trouble meaning, like, you know, make you feel bad, really bad. So just put the bomb in your safe bomb exploding chamber, seal it all up, lots of gold, lots of strong gold, and say, angels, can you make sure this is all sealed up and safe? And then have your viewing window there, and then just explode it, and it explodes in there. And just have the, the sprinkler system and the gold fire, just, whatever, whether you want gold acid or gold fire or whatever, to like fully clear it all in there until it's totally gone. You can say, angels, can you double check this, make sure it's all gone? All right, let's do two more DEB bombs. So just a whole nother DEB bomb, bunch of interconnected junk that'll make you feel horrible someday. We don't want that, right? So just put your DEB bomb into the bomb exploding chamber, seal it all up with gold, and say, angels, can you make sure this is nice and safe? And then have your viewing window and explode it so it explodes in there. And then just use your gold system to, fully break it down inside your exploding chamber. And say, angels, can you double check this is all totally cleared? All right, one more. And you can do more of this later with your angels, or subconsciously or consciously, whatever you want. So another DEB bomb that is just waiting to screw you up tomorrow morning or whenever, Take the DEB bomb and just put it in your bomb exploding chamber, seal it all up with lots of gold. Say, angels, can you double check, make sure this is all sealed up and safe? And then have your viewing window and just go and explodes in there. And just make sure it's all broken down fully and fully destroyed with lots of gold light. You can say, angels, can you double check it, make sure it's all destroyed? All right, great. And now you can break down your bomb exploding chamber if you want, and or give it to your angels for later, however you want. All right, good job. So that was your safe bomb exploding chamber, and we used it probably about 5 times there. So you can let me know how that was in the survey if you want. All right, I'm going to do a really quick 5th layer work. And telepathic mesh work. 5th aura layer is what works with your 5th chakra. And it's for communications. Also inner voice, so inner peace, inner harmony is very much 5th layer. So I'm just going to really quickly unblock and clear it out. Lots of gold light. You can say, angels, please recycle any beings that are hanging out here. Angels, please recycle any being tunnels and any beings that are in this area. So if your mind loops on stuff, you should check your 5th layer at the bottom, 5th layer in the back. Like if you can't get to sleep or get back to sleep because your mind goes round and round on something, check your 5th layer. It should, light blue is like a nice color, light or medium blue, so like any of those blues right there, or turquoise, whatever you want. It's a nice color for the throat chakra and the 5th layer. And then, like I said, your telepathic mesh area is right in front of your 5th layer. It's like a band of gold mesh right there, wavy gold mesh, and you don't want cords there, you don't want it ripped up. You don't want it just junk caked on it. So just use gold light and repair it and melt cords going into it. There's no good reason for anyone to cord your telepathic mesh, because that is like so invasive. It's like piping thoughts into your mind if someone cords your telepathic mesh. So just go ahead and repair your telepathic mesh, because it can get rips in it. And melt away the cords. All right, nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, real quick, I'm gonna do, we did this, yes, 2 days ago. I'm gonna do the creative ring flaps and chakra alignment, both regular and magnetic. I'm not gonna explain it super well, I guess. Your 3 gold rings, they do have flaps. But you want the flaps to be shut so you can't really see them. Here's where they stick out and they're kind of irritated. So they fall flush with the ring when you don't have cords coming in, sending energy, irritating the ring. So the more cords you melt, the more energy blocks you melt, that relaxes those flaps so they can be shut. That's like a top-down view, that drawing. But anyway, so you relax those flaps, melt the cords. People that get overwhelmed, their flaps are usually open. People that can't get back to sleep, your flaps might be open. People that have focus problems, your flaps can be open. Your creative rings. And I'll go back and do a touch more flap work, but I'm going to do the chakras. So chakra alignment, regular chakra alignment, you just make sure they're in a line and they're like oriented this way. Not white though, sorry about that color. But you know, purple, deep blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Like a rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. 2 blues. I have a video set that'll be linked below called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow that describes the flow, the direction of flow, the colors, blah, 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 in the 3 video set if you want. I also have a 2-page email handout that talks about each chakra and its location and color, ideal color. Anyway, so I'm doing regular chakra alignment. And then magnetic fields around each chakra, you want to align those too. So like this is like the chakras are aligned. Those are round openings for 5th and 4th. So they're aligned in a straight up and down line, but the magnetic field isn't yet aligned. And so you run gold light through the magnetic field around each chakra. It's like a gold force field around each chakra, and the magnetic fields, they can click into a straight line as well, which is nice, and it strengthens your aura. Makes it easier to be more present. And 3rd chakra, a little bit extra time unblocking your 3rd chakra so you don't feel unnecessarily sleepy. Unblock your 3rd chakra. So magnetic alignment, align the magnetic fields of all your major chakras. And then again, creative ring flaps up here. Make sure those flaps, just check them. Don't force them shut, but you know, melt more cords if they're not shut yet. Then we'll do maybe the last thing, bring in. your energy for the theme: inner peace, inner harmony, and contentment. So imagine, like, here you are, right? So imagine a copy of you, like your body and this part of your spirit that's present and in your body, and then there are some far off parts of your inner peace and inner harmony and contentment that you haven't been able to bring in yet, but they're kind of queued up, like airplanes ready to come into the airport and land. So it's your energy. So it'll be different rainbow colors of your energy, your inner peace, your inner harmony, your contentment that you haven't yet brought in. So just use gold light and run it through you, and also run it through these far off, well, maybe not so far off, they could be just like right up here, but these parts of you that haven't yet come in, of your inner peace, your inner harmony, your contentment, just run gold light through them, and that can encourage them to come in sooner. All right, redo your grounding, red or orange or yellow. You can bring up, like do a one color earth energy soak, like red earth energy or orange or yellow, and just bring it up, the earth energy at that color, and just soak everything with that earth energy. And you can actually leave it up if you want, or you can bring it down to the level of your grounding, but bringing it up is nice and soothing, and leaving it up is fine. So you can just say, angels, can you please give me a healing? And that way they'll help you finish up and feel closure with the healing. All right, good job, good job. That's a healing. Woo, woo, you're a rock star. All right, so I'm going to try to wrap up in, let's say, 14 minutes. So if you have any comments about how you feel having done this healing, you can give context, like if I healed you or you just healed yourself, but I didn't heal you because you didn't purchase the healing. And if you have any follow-up questions about something that I did in this, or comments about something that we did in this healing, if you have just random questions, unless you're a newbie, random questions, I may not have time for them. So you could just post them under any video at any time, and I'll get to them when I can. You could try posting them now, but I probably won't have time. Okay. So I'm catching up on comments. Someone says, hello from Ottawa, Canada. Hello, hello. Someone says, whoa, whoa, loving the diagram here. Great work, Janet. So the Meridian diagram you liked. That's cool. Hi, Janet. Thank you for healing me and my spouse today. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that you notice that unblocking for clearing drowsiness, third chakra unblocking for clearing drowsiness. Someone says, love the Meridian work and flower healing. Thank you for the healing today, Janet. You're welcome. So it says, thanks so much, Janet. I feel pretty good right now, but also feeling triggered. I'm having a scary medical test on Wednesday, and I keep going back and forth with anxiety about it. I assume that's some steps. Yeah, or it could be those interconnected DEBs. You could do more of that safe bomb exploding chamber exercise that we did. I'll timestamp it later if you need the walkthrough. But it was a little 7 minutes of geeky fun that we did. The safe bomb exploding chamber for exploding your DEBs that are interconnected. That could be what's going on. Someone says, wow, that's fascinating about the astral levels. So amazing to melt them. Oh, the problem astral levels. Good. Good. I'm glad that helped you. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see, you know, obviously people would fill out the survey tomorrow, not today. That's why I always like, because, you know, sleep is important. How was your sleep? You know, you get to, you fill it out the day after the healing, you get to comment on how you felt when you woke up, how was your sleep. You know, it'd be interesting to see how that affects your sleep, and how you feel when you wake up. Melting those problem DEBs, problem astral levels. All right. Someone says, angels had me sleep for 2 hours before this healing. That's nice. Woke up in time for the start. Now I know these DEBs at the 4th are why. Also, the meridian work was amazing. I'm very boneless right now. Thank you. So you're very flowy, 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 flowy. Good. That's good. So says, thank you so much for the healing. I was having a headache come and go, but I did get some clearing done through, so yay. Is there any angel advice that I may work on before Tuesday's healing? You could, the tummy meridians, your angels really like the tummy meridian work, and the bomb exploding chamber. They like both of those. I want to say maybe clearing guilt from childhood under my 20s. Yeah, you could just do that, but do the bomb exploding chamber, in case there are a lot of them that are interconnected. Headache come and go. I would say, you know, imagine your GV meridian, you know, and imagine like the back view of it, and just, you know, like look for little hard objects stuck into the back of your GV meridian from the side there, and just like some bruising that didn't finish clearing in it right, you know, near your head and your GV meridian. I mean, there are other meridians close to the GV meridian that can also cause headaches. You know, it's any head meridian can cause a headache, you know. So just imagine flow and unblocking, and then your red or first layer right around your head. You know, look for lumpiness and weird stuff that's not your red flowing energy, and you know, make sure you clear it out. So this is, hi Janet, I healed myself. I really enjoyed the tummy meridian healing. Oh good. My son, and you're mentioning his name, has short naps. Can I help his energy in any way that will lengthen his sleep? You know, he does this thing, I think it's a past life thing, where he's a little hyper vigilant about the state of the entire home. It could be, you know, well, not to get into his life, but I mean, there are different reasons why people can be hyper vigilant about the home. Maybe they were a parent and they had a lot of, you know, in their last life, and they had a lot of issues with different kids making chaos, and or maybe, you know, whatever, for whatever reason. But your little child is like hyper vigilant about anything going on in any room of the home, and that's not fully turning off while he sleeps. So you can just imagine the energy blocks of his, like make a gold blanket exercise, because you're pretty advanced, so you can do this cleanly. Get your own space first, of course, but you're fine now. Imagine a gold blanket and put copies of any of his hypervigilant energy blocks, you know, any stuck energy that makes him feel like he has to be hypervigilant even when he's asleep, and just, you know, ask his angels for help, and just use gold light and red earth energy and help him to melt away just using gold light. Don't blow up his energy blocks, but just use gold light so that they melt. Melt his hypervigilant energy blocks that make him, you know, monitor the whole living space all the time, because that's not really age appropriate. It's not healthy, period, but it's certainly not age appropriate either. It's going to kind of harsh his little innocence if that continues. Someone says, hi Janet, how did my son do? Thank you. He did okay. I checked on him, of course, a couple of times, and you as well. The harder parts for him are like, he did clear all, well, he cleared like 3 out of 4 of his problem astral levels, which is a big step for him. So he didn't clear all of them. You cleared like 3 out of 5 of your problem astral levels. So you could work on that more if you want. You'll be able to find it with the timestamps later. It'll be called Clear Problem Astral Levels. So you'll find it. After all the meridian work that we did. But anyway, so yeah, but he did the bomb exploding chamber work and everything, and you know, he's doing good work considering, you know, how stuck he is. You know, he's keeping up considering, you know. So yeah, it's cool. Someone says, hi Janet, thanks for the healing. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday. How am I doing? I feel slightly cranky. See, that's why nobody knows when my birthday is. I mean, my spouse does, but that's it. Because I don't want extra attention on any day, really, no matter what, for any reason, you know? So people don't know when my birthday is. So, I mean, well, my birth family tends to remember, but unfortunately. So, your grounding is nice, so it's not that. I would say maybe a couple stems in the front are just extra corded. But I mean, you don't have any major damage, although you have a couple beings sending down a very focused energy from above right there. And so how I noticed it is because I looked at your gold buffer zones and there was a big dip, you know, so it hasn't yet gotten into your aura because you got all that aura repair work and the healing. But you can tell if you like check your gold buffer zone, it like goes down, you know, it's like, whoa. And then you follow it up and it's like there are some invasive beings just beaming a whole bunch of energy down. So just recycle any invasive beings that are sending really focused energy at you. So there's some up there, there's some sending energy towards your face, there's some sending energy towards your belly. So just imagine like a mini you, and then like all the invasive beings like screwing with you from afar, you know, sending stuff, and then just have them all recycled. And then just redo your gold buffers after that and double check a few times. I think overall you're holding your space pretty well with the people. It's just some beings. But you could do it. There is a couple stebs in the front you could do. So this is, hi Janet, I had some heavy dreams last night about my mom. Seems like that was energy blocks that weren't cleared when she had passed. Sure. This theme is really good for my life drama as of late. LOL. Yeah, you could keep doing that bomb exploding thing, the safe bomb exploding chamber. Your angels really, they love that. They say, we adore that. Someone says, sorry, I didn't write. A survey was occupied yesterday and I forgot to write in. Thank you. That's fine. Someone says, hi, you healed me and I healed along for part of this. How am I doing? Any advice on what I should heal on my own going forward? Thank you. Yeah. You mentioned some decisions in your survey, and sometimes if you're not sure what is your desire and what is not your desire, there can be family members like parents that insert desires into your mind. Not like they sit around going, what should we insert into our child's mind? They just subconsciously do it, you know, like they maybe want you to make a lot of money, or maybe they want you to have a lot of kids, or maybe they want you to live close to them all the time, or, you know, whatever, right? So you can just imagine like a kind of a deep thought exercise with your conscious mind and subconscious mind, and just like make them blink any thoughts or dreams or goals that were inserted by your parents, you know, and just pick them out. Just heal them up, you know. So just take out any dreams that your parents inserted into your conscious or subconscious mind. Because sometimes if you're having trouble making big life decisions and you know, at crossroads, it's because these inserted dreams by your parents they feel like your own. And so then it's like really weird, because sometimes you feel one way and sometimes you feel this totally different way, and it's because the other way is not you, you know. So just keep removing the dreams that were inserted by other people into your mind and your subconscious mind. Someone says, I feel so much more relaxed and centered than when I started. Oh, good, and you got the healing. Loved the meridian healing, melting agreements, and blowing up depths. Oh, melting the self-punishing agreements, yeah. And blowing up debs. You healed me and I healed myself. Many thanks, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, how did I and my spouse do with the healing today? Thank you for the healing. Well, and that I did especially for your wife, the third chakra unblocking towards the end. Your wife is cute. She during that the exploding, the safe bomb exploding exercise. At first, she was kind of squeamish about blowing them all up, but then she got used to it, so she liked it. Yeah. So if you want to work more, I mean, tummy meridians, you definitely work more on that. The outermost one, there was that, the CV, then the kidney one, CV, kidney, stomach, and spleen. So the spleen was the outermost one of these, straight up and down ones that we did. Your spleen meridian tends to like get really blocked, like maybe not crushed, but pretty blocked along here. Yeah, so you can work them all. Someone says, also, I noticed my intuition is so much faster and clearer after all this healing. Good, good, good. Someone says, thank you for the healing. I enjoyed the bombing in the safe chamber. Awesome. Yeah, that's funny. I like when we can use movie stuff, in psychic work. Makes it fun. Okay, well, you guys are amazing, and I'll do animal cam while I let my dogs out, although for once they're pretty calm. My girl over here is snoring away. Right there. I don't know if you can hear her snoring over the laptop fan, but she is. That's a bird outside. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounded cool. All right, so this was the second healing in the set of 3 on inner peace, harmony, and feeling content in your daily life. And there will be the third one. The final one in the set will be in 2 days on Tuesday, the 6th of September, 2022. So the birds are happy we're done. My dogs are happy we're done. I hope you're happy we're done. So thank you very much, and you're really awesome. And now I will show you my puppies. So there they are. That's Daisy right there with her little shirt on, and Izzy's right there. So, all right, I'm going to take them out now. You're amazing, and I hope you enjoyed the healing. Oh, give it a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you very much. Take care. You're awesome. See you in 2 days if you want. Bye.